Ignacio, Chair of the Counseling Educational Psychology Department, Dr. Oliver Santa Ana, Vice President for Academic Affairs of PLM, members of the faculty, parents and guests, my dear classmates Alfie, Shane, and Alex. Apat lang kasi kami. My fellow graduates, good morning. First of all, let me give my deepest thanks to De La Salle University College of Education for granting me this honor and privilege to speak a few words on this momentous event. Truly, I am honored and humbled for this opportunity. I studied at De La Salle seeking something that would make me a more effective teacher of philosophy. When I started my career as an educator, I have always thought that a great teacher is someone who can make his student greater than him. And it is here, in greener pastures, where I found the essential tools and the proper attitude to accomplish this mission that I have imposed upon myself. I ask now for your indulgence and allow me to share what I have learned, unlearned, and relearned during my study here. Socrates, the true father of Greek philosophy, once said, "I cannot teach anybody anything, I can only make them think." True enough, the real mission of teaching is not to provide information to students, for information is already out there. What we educators need to realize is that we must be able to teach our students on how to find meaning to what they can perceive. De La Salle's response to this ancient dictum is embodied in each of our professors, for they have challenged us to seek our own understanding of our own world. I came from a discipline where I was bombarded with concepts and theories, but I lacked the tools to share what I have learned to my students. De La Salle offered different strategies and learning tools that empowered me to become a more efficient facilitator of learning. In our society today, where technology is becoming more powerful than ideology, where the world becomes smaller and smaller each day, where different people with different cultures and beliefs are interacting with one another that has been unprecedented in our history, there's a great need for every soul to open themselves to change, diversity, and collaboration. And such things will only come to pass when people have learned to think in a new, meaningful way. And I strongly believe that De La Salle stands at the forefront of this new horizon. In his book, The Republic, Plato writes, "Educators should devise the simplest and most effective methods of turning minds around. To look in a different way is probably one of the most challenging tasks as an educator. I know, for I too have struggled to go out of my comfort zone of concepts and theories of knowledge and go to methods and strategies of learning. My learning in La Salle was similar to walking out from Plato's cave. I was blinded at first and could not see the beauty of the light outside. But in due time, I have come accustomed to the new colors and shapes never seen inside the darkness of the cave." Such is our mission as educators, to allow our students to go beyond their own comfort zones and appreciate a new form of knowledge and understanding. It is indeed a colossal task, for each student will have their own different set of chains that bind them to the cave of ignorance and mediocrity. Convincing them of what we know and understand will not be enough for them to break their chains. But by inspiring and motivating them by our own teaching styles and our continued pursuit of excellence, not only in our academics, but more importantly, in our way of life, will set our students free. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. This line is attributed to Aristotle. But it isn't clear to me right now if this is certain and true. However, the significance of this line does not dwell on who said it, but rather on the implication to us educators. To teach with competence is one thing, but to instruct with compassion is another. St. Augustine even said that the heart has reasons that reason cannot understand. To combine knowledge with virtue can only be done if the teacher can find the moral duty that lies within this noble profession. We must teach with compassion, that students may learn to be humane. We must instruct with patience, that students may learn to see the value of learning through their own mistakes. We must educate with honor, that students may learn to be virtuous. Finally, I quote William Butler Yeats, an Irish poet, and was awarded with the Nobel Prize in Literature. Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Our success as teachers will never be measured by how many letters we attach to our names, nor will it be determined by how many books we publish. Our true success is dependent on the kind of students we produce. Let us mold students who will become competent professionals in their chosen field of study and practice. Let us train future citizens who will protect the interests of the state and aspire for the betterment of the people. Let us develop morally sound individuals who will become the future of our nation. Let us be like Plato, who taught Aristotle. Let us learn to be like St. Albertus Magnus, who taught St. Thomas Aquinas. Let us be like our professors who taught us. And let us always remember what St. John Baptist de la Salle, patron of teachers, has instructed us to do. Let us do our part to help build the kingdom of God in the hearts of our students. I came to De La Salle as a Thomasian student, but now I am a Lasallian educator. Thank you very much and have a truly inspiring day.